Hello guys, this is Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. In this tutorial, I'm just going to do my part 6 of system histology. So let's quickly look at the identification and labeling of few slides. The first question is name the slide. So if you look at this slide, this is just the appendix. Label the part marked A and B. So if you look at A is just the lymphatic follicles or the lymphatic nodules. And then if you look at B is just the mucosa. Let's quickly move on and look at the next question. Name the slide. So if you look at this slide is just the colon. State the name of structure marked with red arrow. So the structure which is marked by the red arrow is just a group of muscles, and these muscles are known as tenia coli. Label the blue and yellow arrow. So the blue arrow is just showing the lymphatic tissues, and then the yellow arrow is just showing the mucosal glands. Okay, let's quickly move on. So let's quickly look at this question. So name the slide. So this slide is just the pineal gland. Remember, for this slide we are not looking at the brain sand. Instead, we are just focusing on the cells that are found in the pineal gland. So we need to understand that the pineal gland has two major cells you need to consider. The first one as the astrocytes, which are an example of the glial cells, and then we have the pinealocytes. So label the part marked A, B, and C. So if you look at A is just the glial cells, which you can also say the astrocytes. Then B is just the pinealocytes, and then when you talk of C are just the blood vessels. Okay, let's quickly move on and look at the next question. Label the part A. So if you look at this slide is just that of a spleen, and here we have just projected the part of the red pump and part of the white pump. So if you look at A is just the macrophages, and B is just the reticular cells. Okay. Name the slide. So if you look at this slide, you can easily see the brain sand. So this slide is just that of a pineal gland. Label the part marked with red arrow, which is just the brain sand. Okay, the next one is name the slides. So if you look at this slide is just that of the stomach, and then label the part marked A and B. So if you look at the part marked A is just the chief cells, and then B are just the mucus cells. Then state the function of cells shown by the red arrow. So the cells that have been shown by the red arrow are just the parietal cells, and their main job is just to secrete gastric acid. Okay, name the slide. So if we look at this slide is just the testes, and then label the part marked A and B. So if you look at A is just simply the spermatogonia, and B is just the primary spermatocyte. So if you look at the spermatogonia, they are a little bit, if not, they are very close to the capsule of the testes, and then the primary spermatocyte, they are a little bit in between, and then this primary spermatocyte, they appear to have granules inside. State the function of the cell shown by C. So the cell which is shown by C are just the Santelli cells, and their function is just to produce anti-Mullerian hormone, which is just preventing the development of the female genital structure. We all need to know that the testes are found in the male organism, or in the male side. And then when you talk of the male side, we don't need to have the presence of the female structures such as this vagina and many stuffs. So as a result, these cells marked C, which are the centralized cells, they're just there to prevent the development of the female genital structures. Okay, so name the slide. If you look at this slide, this is just the parathyroid gland, and then label the part marked A and B. So there are two important glands that you need to consider when you talk about the parathyroid. One, it is the Oxfuse cell, and then two, it is the chief cells. Okay. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. This was Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy.